I got a lot of questions after our joint school board city council meeting about the cost of this project. As you know, this is the costliest capital improvement plan in Fredericksburg's history, but it is necessary. This project is absolutely needed. We were fortunate to have an independent review by a construction company of the numbers that we were given for the cost of this new middle school, comparing this cost to comparable middle schools that were built or are being built in Virginia, adjusted for inflation. And I think that was a really useful exercise that Downey and Scott provided to us. Gave me a lot more comfort, and I know it gave a lot of voters comfort that we are not on the high end of cost for this kind of a school. We're kind of in the middle when it comes to the cost per square foot. So I know that I think that made at least my decision easier after talking with a number of constituents about it. So I just want to thank the school board for all the hard work that they've put into this. And of course, my colleagues here on city council and staff. We've all been, I think, pulling in the same direction. We've had some difficult conversations, but due diligence has been done every step of the way. So I just wanted to thank you all for that.
This has been a long process, and there have been several council and school board committees along the way that have really tried to lay out the options that faced us and make sure that we did our due diligence. We say that a lot, but really, you know, we really did look at many possibilities, many configurations. You know, what could we do to solve the issue of overcrowding? And the reality is, our city has grown. Cities that don't grow are dying. So the growth is, it is something to appreciate, but along with the growth of our city comes the growth of our school population. And so it looks like we are moving ahead. But I will say that it has been, it's been a very thorough process, but it also hasn't been easy. School board and the city council have really sort of challenged each other along the way in good ways to effectively meet the needs of our students and families and teachers. The council has to look at a wide variety of projects, and we unfortunately have two major projects in front of us that do mean that some other projects are going to get delayed, things that we had hoped to move forward on out of necessity. But again, we also hope to potentially access more state grants, and I appreciate our staff working on that. I know that you'll be spending time in Richmond trying to see if that comes to fruition. And as Mr. Palmer said, it does take a community. I think one of the things that does bind us together is our school system and our families. Again, it's we are building a new school and then renovating another school. We're not going to be left with any empty space. It's going to be full. And it will be used wisely. So, again, I've had my questions, I've had my comments, I've had my, what direction are we going to go in moments, and with many discussions among council, with school board members, and with the public. I am pleased that we're at this stage, because it is something that it's not a question of what direction we're going anymore. And I do think it's going to be, I do think it is the right direction for us to go in.
I just want to point out the environment we're working in today is a highly volatile environment in terms of the pricing of commodities, structural steel, asphalt, all these things. We know we're in a period of significant inflation in the cost of materials. We're also in a period of extreme labor shortages. We also are hearing on the news that the railroads might go on strike. Downey and Scott, when they performed their third-party review of the cost of this new middle school, pointed out that in their 40 years of doing construction estimating, that this is the most volatile period that they have ever seen. Contractors are striving to increase their margins, to protect their margins. Owners, such as the city, are striving to get a quality product at a reasonable price. Those two dynamics are what make these missing provisions so important.